Today I'm going to take you through the process of cleaning the wax off your board and also giving your board a really good clean. It's the sort of thing you should do semi-regularly. I'm not going to say like do it every 6 months or do it every 12 months. I don't think that's important. What's important is when the wax starts to get dirty and contaminated with sand and hair and grass and other things, that's probably a good time to clean the wax off, give the board a clean, redo the wax. So that's what we're going to do today. Now the things that you need: a wax comb, a bank card. Now I use both, I'll tell you why in a second. You need a rag and you need mineral turpentine. So I'm going to refer to this as turps from now on. Things like methylated spirits, household cleaners, absolutely not. I only use mineral turpentine because it works so well and it's not going to damage the surface of your board, okay? So step number one, leave it out in the sun. All right, now on a day like today, it's really sunny for me. Actually, I'm going to put these on. Otherwise, the glare off the board is just a nightmare. So leave it out in the sun for like 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes, depending on how hot it is. But you'll see it'll start to get really, really soft. And that's what we want, because we're going to be able to peel it off much, much easier this way. So using the wax comb to start with, long strokes, and it just sloughs straight off like that. So this board has been sitting out here for about 5 or 6 minutes already before I started, and you'll notice that it just comes off with no drama at all. Okay, so we just peel it off and make a ball with it, and I'll probably speed this up for you. So after you've done the bulk of the wax with the wax comb, and you'll see I've got a massive clump of it right here, which is really soft and gross. I'm just going to ditch that. All right, now we're finished with the wax comb. What I then do is I take the bank card, because it doesn't matter what kind of card it is really, but I like bank cards because they have a hard edge to them. And so I will use that after the wax comb because it's a bit more flexible. It gets into the divots and foot depressions on the top of the board a little bit better, and just helps me get the extra wax off. Okay, done with the bank card. So now that we've got like 98% of the wax off, that's about all we need. You want to take your rag. Now, I like to use a rag that's big enough that I can use several different areas of the rag. Open up the turps. Give it a healthy splash on there, like that. And then essentially, I'm gonna knock that over. Then the mineral turps will just clean off the rest of it. The little bits that you missed. Also any dirt or other like things that are stuck on the board, they just come straight off with the turps. It's so easy. You'll see I'm not using much effort at all. And just within a minute or so, we have a beautiful clean surface of the board. And what I'll do is I'll flip it over, and you can see there's a little bit on the bottom there as well from like transporting the board or whatever. It's good to just clean off the bottom and the rails as well every so often. So by using the bank card after I used the wax comb, it meant that there was very little wax left on there. And so using the turps, it just came off so quickly, and because the wax was so warm as well. So make sure that you warm the wax up enough before you take it off. Now, if you're in a position where you're trying to do this at night, or maybe you live in a cold climate or it's raining outside or something, and you just can't get enough sun to warm up the wax on your board to get rid of it, you can use something like a hairdryer or a heat gun or something like that. You just need to be really, really careful, because you can cause it to delaminate the board a little bit. And in my opinion, it's just not worth the risk. But if you're in a spot and you really need to, I'd suggest a hairdryer over a heat gun, because the heat guns are just too strong. But nothing beats the sun. I could leave this out in the sun for 10, 15 minutes and with zero risk of ruining the board, right? So now that it's done, looks schmick. Have a look at that. And that took me all of, I don't know, 5 minutes after waiting for the sun to heat it up, and the board's ready for a new coat of wax. So let's go re-wax it.